Welcome to Pro Sports Talk here at Camp Green Lane. Today we actually have a live audience here at the show. Thank you, and today we're going to be discussing our NBA Finals predictions as the season starts to get underway. First, we'll start out with Lev.
My pick to win the championship this year, it's a slight dark horse. Not many people are counting this team in to be one of the better teams, but I'm going to have to go with Miami Heat. They're getting so underrated because everyone in the East now, they're only talking about the Celtics. They're only talking about the Bucks. If the Heat get Damian Lillard, they're the best team in the league, in my opinion. Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler's duo, that is unstoppable. Jimmy Butler turns into another human during the postseason. And then Bam Adebayo, he's insane. He's great in the paint. And getting a guy like Dame to help that team would just be so integral. And I think they would be pushed over the favorites to win the championship if they get Damian Lillard.
All right, and Jacob?
I'm personally going to have to go with the Denver Nuggets back-to-back. I feel like, as I've already mentioned before yesterday, the key aspects of a team to make it to the finals, to win the NBA championship, is that you need to have role players that can do their job, and that's exactly what they have. They have shooters and Michael Porter Jr. and so many other guys, really, that can just help spread the ball. Jamal Murray, obviously, a big part of that offense, along with Nikola Jokic, who's kind of the main man setting that. But without Jamal Murray, and all those guys, I don't think that this team would have won the championship. And as long as they're there, I think that they'll win it next year.
All right, so first we're going to have some audience questions. You up there?
Hey guys, I'm a huge fan of the show. There's one team I haven't heard you mention that I kind of think is an underdog. The Phoenix Suns with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, and Chris Paul. What do you guys think of that?
First, it's not Chris Paul. I think he got traded for Jordan Poole. And the Phoenix Suns definitely have a chance, but we've seen them go into this last year with Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant, and they couldn't make it. And now trading out Chris Paul, an experienced veteran point guard who can really lead this team, for Jordan Poole, someone who definitely had a good year, but definitely I don't think is on the same level as Chris Paul. They're probably going to make a playoff run, but they're not going to go very deep. We're going to go over you on the right.
All right, for the gentleman who picked the Miami Heat, do you expect them to trade him for no one? They're going to lose a lot of assets when they trade for Damian Lillard. And what do you think about, because I don't believe that players should want to go to a place and a team should accommodate them. Portland should do what's in the best interest of Portland. But they can't make a good trade in Miami, screw Damian Lillard. How do you feel about that?
I agree with what you said there. It's definitely, I think personally the Blazers owe nothing to Damian Lillard. I think it was his duty to help that team try to win. It's not like, oh yeah, he was loyal, but that was his choice, right? He does not owe anything to Sean Marks. Nothing important to the Trailblazers just overall. And if the Heat were to get him, they'd probably have to give up like Tyler Hero, maybe a couple picks, maybe someone else like a Jaime Jaquez, but I think that's worth the risk.
What if the Heat said? What if Portland says, if I'm trading Damian Lillard, I'm getting Bam Adebayo or one of your top players back? Is that a deal breaker for Miami?
I think it should be, because if I'm Miami, the two untouchable players are Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. You cannot split those two up. We've seen them make the finals together twice as a duo. And with one more big piece, I think they could be pushed over the top and win. So I think you do everything in your power to not split them up.
All right, so thanks for that, Islanders kid. I'll let you take this, Jacob.
I've got a question. So, you've not mentioned the Bucks at all. What are your thoughts on them? They've got some good players on the roster.
Yeah, after a championship a few years ago, I wouldn't necessarily count them out, but I don't think that they're at the level that I personally feel the Denver Nuggets are at. They have Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday, three spectacular players. Down praise to them, but I just don't feel like they're on the same level as the Denver Nuggets.
One more from Jacksonville.
What about the Boston Celtics? I haven't heard you mention them at all, and they're the top dog in the East.
Very glad you said that, because the Celtics are actually my choice in finals. I think that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to go off again. I think that with the addition of Porzingis, they're just going to be better, and I think that the Celtics are the best team, one of the best teams in the NBA. That's going to wrap it up here from Pro Sports Talk here at Camp Greenland. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.